Welcome to Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. I'm a board-certified music therapist, author, and expert on how to use music to relieve stress fast. Music. It connects us to ourselves and to each other. It says what needs to be said when there are no words. It creates comfort, safety, and healing. As the U2 lyricist Bono said, music can change the world because it can change people. Currently, there are over 8,000 board-certified music therapists serving the nation's leading hospitals, healthcare settings, and communities. This music therapy soundbite is sponsored by McConnell Music Therapy Services at mcconnellmts.com. This episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold is also sponsored by Dr. Nisi, trainer and certifier of master and executive coaches, because she believes every person, every relationship, every business, and your finances should be extraordinary. Find out more about Dr. Nisi Moore and the Life Coaching Institute at drnisi.com. That's drneecie.com. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. It's so great to be with you. I'm so glad you're here. And I just got to start out with a big, giant, heartfelt thank you. Thank you to everybody who's rated and left a review, especially Red Chair Rocks, whose review is titled, "In Place of Chocolate and Nut Butter." I want to read it to you because it's exactly why I do what I do. It reads, "I've been anxious recently for obvious reasons, and in my entire life for who knows why. With the recent shelter in place and the closing of my gym, I've put on 10 pounds because my way to self-soothe is to eat chocolate and nut butter. Today, I started listening to Tim's music, and that itch to go to the cabinet was missing. I've been focused while working on my creative endeavor and have a general sense of calm. Fingers crossed, this helps the weight come off too." Wow. Thank you, Red Chair Rocks. This is exactly why I do what I do. Because everybody reaches for something when they get stressed. And it could be beer, wine, or worse, but a lot of times it's just the fridge or the pantry, the cabinet, right? The phone, the Netflix button. And so learning to reach for music instead is the mission. That's my mission, to teach people to reach for music when they're stressed. So just kudos to you, Red Chair Rocks, for doing just that, because now you see the, positive result of that. And that's the oxygen for me. So thank you so much for taking the time to share the impact it's having. And for those of you who haven't yet left a review, please, pretty please, just leave me a review, because I want to know how you're listening to the music, where you're listening to the music, what you're enjoying about it. That means so much to me because I'm just sitting here in my garage all by myself. I have no idea. Like when I'm playing live music at a concert or I'm working in a treatment center with people like face to face, I can see the impact I'm having. But I've basically been, in isolation now as a musician since the beginning of March. And it's weird, people. It's weird. So hook a brother up. All right. So P.S. in related news, something big is headed your way in just a few weeks related to beating stress. It features 16 amazing experts, is hosted by yours truly, and it's free. I'll drop a link next week. But it starts with the word stress, ends with the word summit, and has the big fat word elimination right in the middle. So there. I'm super excited about it, and I'll tell you more next week. All right, let's get to the music. I'm not going to lie, I actually fell asleep twice while mixing this next track called The Lake. It's summertime, and one happy memory I have is going to the lake in the summer and hanging out on the dock, diving in, swimming, canoeing. And, one of the things that I really remember about the lake is the way that light kind of filters through lake water. So if you're like in the canoe or on the dock and you look down into the water, the way that the light kind of filters down as you're looking down, or when you're swimming and you look up and you see the light coming in. There's this quality that's very special about the lake and lake water. And you're going to hear in this track basically how I would translate what I see through my guitar. So enjoy, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks so much for checking out this episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. I've got a couple of resources for you, which you can find in the show notes or you can listen to right here. So check it out. If you enjoy the sound of my voice and you enjoy the sound of my guitar, imagine them put together. Go to sonicrecovery.com and take your very own relaxation vacation, where I take you out of the stress of the present moment and back in time to a time when you felt happy, healthy, safe, and sober, and then walk you through that memory so you can bring back those feelings into the challenges you're facing today. So go check that out. It's at sonicrecovery.com. If you're a healthcare worker in recovery, check out the Music in Recovery Self-Care Guide for healthcare professionals that I created just for you. That's at hcp.sonicrecovery.com. And if you're a healthcare worker and you'd like more information about how to help your patients use music, you can check out the Music Medicine Guide that I created just for you at musicmedicineguide.com. Lastly, if you enjoyed the pod and you haven't done it yet, would you just take a minute to rate and review it? It really only takes about 60 seconds, believe it or not, and it would go a long way to help us make more people know just how good this pod is, particularly for healthcare workers and their stress. Thanks again. See you next time.